was at first it was just a hobby, but then in the last 2 years I commercialized it, and now it's a business. Business goes by the name House of Tack. It's a home-based bakery business. I bake from home, and I do cakes and cupcakes and muffins and cake jars and many other pastries that I am yet to introduce.
Oh, that's nice. We're here to taste all of them. And by the way, she gave us also these lovely muffins. They're amazing. So nice. So what attracted you to baking, and like when did you start?
I started after Form 4, and we had a mixer in the house, like a hand mixer, but nobody was using it. It was just those appliances you buy and then you're like, siku moja labda nitatumia. So that day I decided to use it, and I liked it. I started it as a hobby, and then I went to school. I did a crash course for a month at Emma Daniels. It's in Karawa West. And then a few months later I started baking commercially. It's been difficult, especially starting up very small scale. And then I bake from home, and then I'm a student, so most people think it's like it's not a real job, or they think it's just for fun. Yeah. And also clients not taking you seriously.
Really?
Yeah.
People don't take you seriously?
Because when I tell them I'm a student and a baker, they feel like, oh, maybe that's just a hobby or a thing you do when you're free.
But it's a hobby that pays. They should know that.
Yeah, but some when they don't understand it, and especially maybe close friends, they'll be like,
Have you ever met such friends?
They're so
Why
many.
tutengeneze keki?
Yeah. They're there, but they're friends, so
Yeah. I laugh. Now I can see you baking, you're doing your thing here. We have the flour, nini, sieve. Now what's this?
here we have the dry ingredients. Our chocolate cake, the flour, cocoa, sugar, salt, baking powder, and cocoa. And here we have the wet ingredients, milk, eggs, and coffee. And then here we have butter. Yeah.
Oh, okay, nice. So this was the cupcakes,
Yeah, I'm making chocolate cupcakes.
chocolate cupcakes.
Yes.
So tell me, what's the one ingredient, that secret ingredient that you can't miss to working cakes or basically anything unatengeneza? What's the one ingredient when it comes up to that?
I wouldn't say there's a secret ingredient as such, because cakes are just literally the same thing, but every recipe is different. And I'd like to think my secret ingredient is baking them with precision and with care, and
So you must measure everything.
everything
sour.
has to be on point. The consistency has to be
I
good.
actually love the consistency.
Baking is really expensive if you're the one who is baking, but for someone who's a consumer, to us it's just like shoving flour, eggs into. They don't understand how much it takes for you to come up with the end product. So for so many people, they'll be like, "Hey, that cake is too expensive. Why are you charging this much?" Yet they don't understand how much time and ingredients it takes.
How do you say?
I sell cupcakes in a dozen. I sell a dozen for 800 bob. Yeah, and my cakes start at 1300 bob for 1 kg. When
But 12
it's
actually,
not
it's
bad.
actually
That's
a
actually
good,
so
a good
fair.
deal. Yeah, it's a very good deal.
It is.
Okay. Nice. So you're going to put that mixture
Yeah,
here.
I'm going to pour the butter into the cupcake.
Okay. And if I can ask, like, how do you keep like your schedule? For example, if you're baking for a very large group of people.
Okay, so most times, especially because I work on order basis, I require a 2 days notice
Okay.
so that I can start working on it beforehand. Especially for a big order, I require even more than 2 days.
2 days.
Yeah, because I'm only one person, and maybe they want so many things.
Also, you don't have anyone who's like helping you right now with like delivery.
Okay, with delivery, I do have someone who does deliveries for me, but everything else I don't need.
It's just you.
Yeah.
Okay. Has someone ever ordered and failed to collect?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Yes. Or maybe, okay, this one, lakini ilikuwa shida na logistics, because this person had ordered a cake and she told me she wanted it delivered to Kabati. Kabati, the Kabati I know is along the highway, but the one she was talking about is in Kitui. So kulikuwa na confusion hapo, and there is no, and hiyo ilikuwa ile time ya lockdown, so there were those county hizo za kuzuia watu kutembea. So
it was Kitui.
It was Kitui, and I'd already baked the cake by the time she was telling me it's the kabati for Kitui. So I just ate the cake.
Had she paid?
She had paid the deposit, so I had to return it because she didn't get her cake. There was no way to get it.
But I think she needed to also be a little bit specific, because now you went the extra mile of like baking, and now you had to refund the money.
I had to refund the money, but it's okay. At least the good thing with a business like this, hata mtu akikata keki, you can still eat it. It's not like clothes or shoes. Sometimes I use a delivery service, so I have someone come and pick the cake from me and deliver it to you wherever you're staying. But kama ni delivery ya close by, sometimes I do it personally, like within the estate. Ama kama I see ambali sana I do it. So most times, as of now, because mostly we're on social media also online and all that, so most of the time I take my orders from DMs on my account, or even on my personal account, or on my number. And then most times, usually I require 2 days notice so that I can schedule it, because staki kwa nimejaa keki.
Okay. And so you're saying online, so Instagram. So what's your what's your handle?
My handle is house.off.tag on IG and House of Tag on Facebook, and you can get me through those two.
Okay, so there you have your number.
Okay, so I make cakes, I make cupcakes. I want to start making muffins this month, not next month. And I also make cake jars, and I have a very, very long list of flavors. I have forest cakes, I have normal cakes that aren't forest cakes, akina vanilla, strawberry, blueberry, fruit cake. Any kind of cake you can want, I can make it.
And how much is like the price range?
Okay, so my prices start at 1,300 bob for 1 kg vanilla, going upwards.
Okay.
And I bake up to 4 kg.
You bake up to 4 kg. She bakes up to 4 kgs. I mean, that's good.
But sikusema, if you want
but it's
10
not limiting.
kg,
You can
I'll
also
make
do
like 4, 3, like, you know.
Okay, so you can, what if I want like the harusi one ya gorofa imesimama?
Nasema kama, because
Ile
imesimama, it can't be a tree. It's not
You're
one cake.
Oh.
It's not one. Most times when I'm busy, I can bake even like 7 times a week, but sometimes even like 3. Like it can be unpredictable.
Okay. And what's this icing? Is it like a very specific, or it's just vanilla? What's this? What's in this?
The icing, the frosting is, I use an dairy frosting, and it's caramel frosting on the chocolate cake, because I think they complement each other very well.
Okay, that's nice. And when in this baking, is it profitable?
I'd say it's profitable. Like if you're looking for a business and this is one of your options, choose this one.
Okay, you've spoken of if you're looking for an option.
Yeah.
So let me ask you something. What about someone who wants to start What about someone who wants to start baking? What's the capital that one requires? Do you need what's it called? The machine to start? Do you need what do you need? Just tell us what you need.
Okay, in terms of capital, I'm not so sure, because for me, I started because there was already a mixer in the house.
Okay.
So I think if you want to start baking commercially, you obviously need some tools. You need the piping bag, palette knife, turntable, mixer. Yeah, so maybe like 10,000 at the very, very least, just to buy the basic tools and to start in the house.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and you can see this looks very interesting how you're doing it. Let me see it one more time.
Let me do this one. So you start at the middle, then you go cookie and another.
It looks easy. Can I try one?
Try it. Try this one.
Let me try. So I'm supposed to hold here.
Yeah, at the top, and then you start at the middle. Then you apply an even
Wait,
pressure
at the
throughout.
middle here?
Yeah, you start at the center. Shikisha chini.
Oh, then
And
you go.
sasa zungusha. Yeah, like that.
I think this is a mess.
It takes some practice.
Just compare these guys.
This is after years of experience, and this is day 1. So
It's not bad, but it's not perfect.
I bet like maybe on the 10th one, you'll be at least.
I'm not ready to risk 10 like this.
You're not ready.
I'm not ready. So tell me. Okay, you can just continue doing
Yeah,
this.
this one.
Okay. Oh, can I taste this one?
You can taste that one. You can even.
It's about to
yeah,
get
but you can
messy, super messy.
It's really good.
So tell me, how has COVID affected your business, and how are you coping?
Okay, so for the first few months, it did affect my business and I did close, but also at that time, everybody was a bit panicky.
Okay, about the whole corona thing.
Yeah, we all thought we were going to die.
Yeah.
But then, over time, I realized that social media is actually your best tool during this time.
Yeah.
So I went and I did a lot of Instagram ads, influencer marketing, to get people to know that I'm baking cake now.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good. But the online is the new thing.
Yeah, it's the best and it's super convenient.
Convenience,
And
very
it's cheap.
convenient. I cannot emphasize that word.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so your final words as we're ending up. What would you like to advise the youth out there? What are your final words, or maybe a piece of advice you can give to anyone who wants to venture into business, or maybe even the government for, business these days in Kenya is very pricey. You might not even make profits. Like, what are your last words?
Okay, so I would say if you want to start a business, start with something you're already familiar with, or something that you already have an idea of how it goes. And the best thing is to start it from home, because also the online platform, you don't necessarily need a premise.
Yeah.
So you can be working from home and you start with the things that are available. Because for me, I just started because there was a mixer in the house.
Yeah.
So if you have, I don't know, a sewing machine, you can start that.
Kushona nguo.
Kushona nguo. People do crocheting also.
Yeah. I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I love your cakes. I'm yet to order like
Please
the big
do.
one, like the big
Yeah,
one, like the
cake
big
is
kg. Like even the cupcakes for a dozen at 800. It's really, really good. I mean, the price is very fair. I think I'll be left here to eat the cake. I'll just eat. So we've come to the end of our video. You've heard from her. I hope you've learned one or two things about how to start your own business, not necessarily baking, but if you're also interested in baking, learn from her. She started with very, very less equipment. Na saizi tuko hapa.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching and tuning in, and we hope that you'll be the one that we feature next. So in the meantime, let me enjoy my cupcakes. Bye. And before I forget, if you also want to be featured, make sure to contact us on these numbers that will be down here. Yeah.